Welcome to Discover the Upper Cumberland. We're so excited to take you out into the Upper Cumberland to visit with the talented, interesting people and remarkable places throughout our region. I am Celeste Platt-Bennett and I'm honored to be your guide on this adventure. It's important to understand the history of our region because there are so many people and events that help shape our path. In this episode, we're going to take some time to visit a few of the many remarkable places here in the Upper Cumberland that give us a glimpse into the past and give us some ideas on how to aid in the betterment of our future. Our first stop on this adventure is the Cookeville History Museum. The Cookeville museums are growing every day, every week, every month, and every year. We saw almost 15,000 guests last year between the two museums. I personally have been with the museum since 2012, and I've seen great growth, but you know, my predecessor, the great Judy Duke, started all that long before I came on board. She left a great template and a great roadmap for us to go by, and it's all thanks to her that we've been able to continue to grow all the programming and all the presentations and events that we're able to do here.
When you come in off of the street, say it is a self-guided tour, or if you have a group or a specific interest, like we recently had a needlepoint group come, and I knew that their interests were in textiles, so Together I worked with the group to pull out those items and make the tour specific to them and something that they would be interested in. It could be anyone from a senior group to preschool groups. We really try to cater to our audience the best that we can and with all of the resources that we have.
The biggest artifact that we have in the museums in Cookeville, Tennessee is the Cookeville Depot Museum itself. The Depot building is an artifact that dates back to 1909. We almost lost it in the mid-70s. The railroad was going to tear it down, as it did with most of the other depots on the line. So a group of concerned citizens got together and decided that they were going to save that building, and they did. The city council at the time got behind the deal, and the railroad ended up selling it to the city of Cookeville for $1. So we're very lucky to still have that building. We love it so much. It's a centerpiece of the west side of Cookeville. Of course, we also have the steam engine, which is kind of an amazing thing to have. Not everyone has one of those in their driveway. So I think it's really amazing that kids can come in particular and really check out a 100-year-old steam engine, something that they may never have the chance to climb aboard, but they get to do that in Cookeville.
I have a very unique relationship with the artifacts because I do most of the tours, so I've spent a lot of time looking at them. Pioneer life was very hard. You'd have to hunt and gather and forage and work the farm, but in the artifact case, I think that's funny that even though we had to churn butter and build fires and heat up our iron next to the stove, that you still had time for waffles. There's a waffle iron in the Pioneer room.
People come in to this building and they get taken back. It's just a walk through time, and people love it so much. It's not just the history of Cookeville and Putnam County, it's your history, and people love that. So they get to come in here and see the photo of the oldest house in town, the first home built in Cookeville, and that's a really amazing thing. It's still standing. W.D. Stone is there now. It was Miss Nina's Christmas house. I think people remember that.
We have several annual events that we do. In the springtime, we do a story fest in the park. We invite nationally accredited and famous storytellers to deliver their performances. We do 2 events that we rotate every other year. Every even year is what we call the cemetery walk. So we invite people, we get actors to portray notable or interesting stories that we find that are buried in the city cemetery. And then on the odd years, we do what we call Night at the Museums, where we bring those actors back and we ask them to portray someone that would be in history, whether it be a moonshiner or a pioneer school teacher, and we have them set up between here and the Depot Museum. And each stop, they have a destination that they tell their story. And it's free, and audiences get to come, and it's a really good fun night and good time.
The City of Cookeville and the Department of Leisure Services love to partner up with all of our local community friends. A few years ago, we did the WHUB 75th anniversary. We have the WCTE 40th anniversary exhibit that's happening. It's really fun, and we're so lucky to have the support of our city, to have the support of our community partners, and we're able to bring all these great events and exhibits to the community. So many things to come in and see and walk through time in the Cookeville History Museum, in the Cookeville Depot. It's not boring and dry, and everyone here is warm and friendly, so everyone should come and see it.